Yields back, and the chair recognizes Mr. Garbarino from New York.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to the ranking member for having this hearing, and to all of our witnesses who have been here for quite a long time today. We really appreciate it, but this just shows, I think, I've been here, this is my third year here, and this is probably one of the best attended hearings from members with all the questions, so I think you can all understand how important this issue is. I'm from New York, as you heard, Long Island, and as we've heard today, that fentanyl does not discriminate. No family, no community, no region is safe from the threats presented by trafficking of fentanyl across the border. In 2021, Suffolk County, where I'm from, lost 425 residents to overdoses from opioid pain relievers, including fentanyl. New York State Health Commissioner reported last year that 3/4 of all overdose deaths in New York State now involve fentanyl. Sheriff Lamb, you mentioned in your testimony the number of fentanyl pills seized by your deputies increased by 610% since 2020. I know you just, my colleague, you just answered a couple of questions about what your deputies are doing. Can you get a little more involved into what some of the technologies your team has found useful in detecting these pills that the cartels are bringing over?
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. There is a lot of technology you can use that will test the density of the vehicle to be able to see if they're packing it inside the vehicles. But a lot of this stuff is very rudimental. We had a vehicle that we stopped that had 3 trays of food in it. Our deputies were searching the car, moved one of the trays. It was heavier than it probably should have been. They stuck a stick inside the tray. It only went down about this deep and a tray this deep. So then they scraped the food back only to find 3 trays had 227,000 fentanyl pills in those trays of food. We also stopped a car that had a driver. The passenger in the front seat was dressed as a nun. She had a veil over her face. She had a Bible on her lap. Our investigation ended up revealing that she had 8 pounds of granular fentanyl, which would kill millions of people, underneath her dress in that traffic stop. They will use every tactic they can.
So what do you need from us? What kind of tools can we send you?
Well, I'm a big states' rights guy. I would love for the government to back off and let the states do our deal. But I mean, if we could send you some technology or some, some actual, what technology could we do? Not rules, not mandates, but what could we give you? What could Congress send you that would help you do your job? And sir, I appreciate you asking that. I would love, we could use drones. We could use some of these, I'm not sure, the thermal machines that actually read the thermal of the vehicle. Honestly, we could just use more funding for resources, getting our guys out on the streets. A lot of this is stopped, just like I mentioned earlier, with good old-fashioned police work and the guys not willing to give up.
I appreciate that. I'm not sure if the clock started, but I guess
I think it started. Yeah, I think your time is up.
I'll yield back. Thank you.
All right.